Welcome to Wanna Bet, the daily gambling game show that takes betting seriously, but not much else. Get our favorite plays on the totals, sides, props, exotics, and futures to jump on now.
So let's get it started with Jason and Ben. Let's get it started with Jason and Ben. Let's get it started with Jason and Ben. Subject som känner konstnärer konstnärerna. Let's get it started with Jason and Ben. Let's get it started with Jason and Ben.
Yeah, let's get it started. Let's get it started because all we do around here is win. Thank you for tuning in to Wanna Bet. We are fired up to be with you on this beautiful Wednesday. It is not a PLL Wednesday. Premier Lacrosse League. No games this week. We'll be back next week, though, to preview the quarterfinals. We love our friends at the PLL. We love wagering and handicapping, all the sports that we enjoy watching, and we most love cashing tickets for you guys, our viewers, and Beltway Ben. We continue to do it at a pretty astounding pace. There you go. That's last night. Our records at the bottom are what we've done on every bet that we've placed on this show that has been in a game that has been played. Obviously, there's outstanding games. We've got week 1 NFL bets going. We've got futures in various sports going that haven't come to pass yet. But there you go. That's what we do every night. No, I'm not going to lie. We don't go like 8-1 every night, but we do it a whole hell of a lot. We don't get blanked very often, and we consistently put money in your pocket. We ride with the Brew Crew. Beltway Ben, Freddie P, Freddie P, Freddie P, oh, Freddie P. How about that? 14-0. That's a no sweat. The Jays with the 3-run homer put that thing away. The Royals hammered the Nats because everybody hammers the Nats, although they made that more of a sweat than it should have been. And Beltway Ben, if our gal Sabrina just shot the ball more than 6 times, it would have been a perfect night.
It was quite unbelievable when you look at one of the highest WNBA scoring games of the year. And Sabrina Ionescu, one of the better guards in the league, one of the better scorers in the league, to be quite honest with you, wasn't shooting the ball a ton. As mad as I want to get, she had a ton of assists. She was getting people open, and other people were hitting shots. So it was unfortunate. But again, we did cash the other plays, and the first quarter was also a tough loss there. But other than those two, we won. J-Ram home run his first at bat. I really, really liked him. He hit 2 yesterday. And then Dearica Hamby, which you got another unit to your record with her cashing. That wasn't a sweat. And in that game, you would think the star player would come through for us, but she didn't score the 19. So we did lose 2.4 units on that. But again, didn't have an awful, terrible night because we did well elsewhere.
Yeah, and I lost to Nerfy, which doesn't happen very often because Clay Holmes walked a leadoff guy, which doesn't happen very often. Clay Holmes had not allowed a first inning run in 14 of his last 16 starts. The Braves did scratch one out against him. Mets didn't score in the first off Strider. So we came a walk away from putting even more money in your pocket. All right, Beltway Ben, we don't live in the past around here. It's on to the future because every day we give you our 3 favorite bets, first, second, third down, ranked in that order. Third down, money down in the NFL. We want to make money on all these downs, but that's how we stack our picks, our 3 favorite plays we've made since yesterday's show. 4th and long is 4th and short. It's going to be another quick hitter, a chance for you to cash out tonight in the first 3 innings of a major league game, of the first quarter of a WNBA game, maybe even the first inning of an MLB game. And then over time, we continue to focus on the NFL. I've got another week 1 play that I've made. Ben's got an NFL play. So we're fired up to get going. I also have an MLB money line parlay I want to make sure I give out before the show is over. Beltway Ben, first down. The honors are yours.
Yeah, first down here, we're going to go with an early game. Vinny Pasquantino over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs, and we can get that at -140. When you look at the matchup, Jake Irvin sucks, to be quite honest with you, especially against left-handed hitters. 280, 357, 573 slash line lefties have against Irvin. 3 hits in his last 3 games for Pasquantino, including 2 home runs. It's pretty hot. He's been better at home against right-handed pitching. The lineup should give Pasquantino some opportunities facing a bad Jake Irvin, like I said. And he's also been much better in day games when you look at his slug number. So I do like Pasquantino over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBI.
I'm with you there. Meatball's with you there. Choppy, he's with us every day in our hearts and souls. R.I.P. Choppy. I love this play. He's destroying. He knows that right field line is like 298 feet. He almost hit 2 multi-home runs down the right field line last night. I love what Pasquatch has going on, and that will play a role in my second down bet. First down, the EPL kicks off on Friday. Why am I giving this bet out on Wednesday? Because Beltway Ben, I made this bet in real life 2 days ago, and I put it in our super Discord 2 days ago. And at that point in time, you could get it around minus 115. As we get closer to match day, it is the only game in the EPL. It is the kickoff game. There's going to be a heavy handle on Liverpool against Bournemouth. These odds are going to continue to move away from us. So I like Liverpool to win this match by 2 goals. What happens when they play Bournemouth? A solid side and one that got better results on the road than a lot of EPL teams last year. But what happens when they collide with Liverpool? 2-0, 3-0, 4-0, 2-1, 3-1, all in Liverpool's favor. Liverpool's won 5 straight matches against Bournemouth. This is a kickoff match. It's at Liverpool. They're going to be up for this. It's a coronation match. And I also like Mo Salah to score in this game. You can get him plus 330 first goal scorer. We know Liverpool's going to play through him. He scored 9 times in opening season matches. All the training, everything they've been doing on the practice pitches, how big of a role he plays being involved on set pieces and corners. I think he finds the back of the net. I think Liverpool scores 3 times in this match. And I do think they can win this match by multiple goals. Hooray. The EPL is back. Second down, Beltway Ben.
Yeah, second down, we will stick to the MLB, and I will go with Will Smith over 2.5 hits, runs, and RBIs at plus 120. Righties at Angel Stadium against Hendricks. 336, 345, 589 slash line. He pinch hit yesterday, so they basically gave him a day off, and they've been giving him a lot. He's been struggling a little bit, and they have been struggling a little bit. By the way, Angels took 2 from the Dodgers so far. Just imagine if the Angels would have bought bullpen when I said they should have, because that lineup can hit, and it's been proven that all year. So they would have had a good bullpen. I'd be pretty confident in them to make the playoffs, in which you see a lot of teams starting to fall out, and a team like the Guardians, who quite honestly should not be in the playoffs. They're right in the playoff race right now. But you look at what Will Smith's done against right-handed pitching. 327, 426, 529 slash line. It's a reverse splits guy on the mound, and it's a reverse splits guy at the plate. I love these spots. It's a desperate lineup. Good RBI spots coming for him. And when you look at it, I mean, Ohtani back where he first started in the MLB, Freddie Freeman, Mookie Betts, those guys are actually hitting the ball pretty well right now. It's just their pitching that's been so damn bad. I do think Will Smith will get a number of opportunities. He's been way better slugging against righties. Wouldn't surprise me to see him hit one out to left center field there, but I do like him over 2.5 hits, runs, and RBIs.
Love it. Second down for me. I'm going back to hammer the Nats again. I said it yesterday. I'll say it again. 4 to 5 days a week, the Washington Nationals are the worst team in MLB right now, in this moment. Worse than the Rockies, worse than the White Sox, worse than anyone. And I especially love pounding them when Mitchell Parker's on the mound like he was last night, or right-sided Mitchell Parker. Jake Irvin's on the mound today, right-handed Mitchell Parker. Jake Irvin's got a 5.06 ERA on the road. $17 home runs and 74 innings pitched on the road. You tell me the Royals don't hit a lot of home runs, especially at home. It's a big ballpark. Well, they do against the Nats, and they did last night, and I think they will again tonight. The Nats are 3-10 their last 13 games on the run line. I know I'm probably shorting myself an at-bat here, but the Nats have the worst bullpen in the majors right now for my money, and Seth Lugo's really good at home, 2.69 ERA at home. A whip of 1.2. Lugo, 3.11 ERA during day games, allowing just a 2.07 batting average against him during the day. Wood is back. He scares me. James Wood scares me. CJ Abrams scares me, but this is not a deep Nats lineup right now. And Jake Irvin, I think, can get beat around like a piñata. Witt is locked in. Pasquatch is locked in. Garcia gets on base a lot at the top of the order. And I expect day game after night game, and the Royals pushing for a playoff spot. I think they run all over Nats catchers today on that fast track. So give me the Royals on the run line again. Third down, Ben.
Yeah, you could also get Seth Lugo plus 135 to record a win today. I actually really like that play. He goes deep in games a lot and hasn't done it as much lately. he should have no issue shutting down that lineup, and they should be able to get serving. But next, we will go here in the MLB. Pete Alonso, who is now the all-time Mets home run leader,
Yes.
over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs at minus 155. Carlos Carrasco sucks. Like, there's no other way to put it. He's awful. 303, 346, 645 slash line against right-handed hitters on the road this season. And when you look at what he's done in general, 865 slug on the road. So he has not been good at all. I just think Pete Alonso, 3 home runs in his last 3 games. Last night he was tuned up to, be the leader for the Mets. And when Pete Alonso was going, he's going very well, and it continues. And he's actually been at home much better than on the road. 555 slugging against right-handed pitching all season. Again, this is a trendy player. When things are going well, you take his props. When things are going bad, you should stay away. But he always has the chance to hit a home run, which is good for our hits, runs, and RBIs bet. And then they should be able to get some guys in scoring position. There's been a lot of issues with their hitting all year. Yesterday, they exploded a little bit. Even in that bad series against the Brewers, they weren't the issue. They were up in multiple of those games, and bullpen and starting pitching couldn't get length out of them. So I do think Pete Alonso comes through for us today, and you should attack Carlos Carrasco. I said we were going to do it a long time ago. As soon as he came back, attack Carlos Carrasco every damn time he takes the mound.
And we're about to do that. Beltway Ben, we don't compare notes. We don't share our handicaps. We don't share our processes. We just do our thing and try to make you guys money the best way we know how. And I am third down. I'm on the same game, and I am attacking Carrasco. And look, I thought about laying the 1.5 here. I thought about taking Mets on the run line for the game. And you know what? By 3, 4 o'clock this afternoon, I just might, Beltway Ben, go back to a couple of my favorite apps and do that. But I'm playing it a little safer here and just laying the half run and obviously paying a little price on it. But Carrasco is terrible, 6.18 ERA. In 2 starts with Atlanta, he's got a 7 ERA. Opponents are batting 314 off him while he wears a Braves uniform. 16 hits and 9 earned runs allowed in 11 and 2/3 innings pitched as a Bravo. David Peterson at home in the first 5 innings of ball games, Beltway Ben, 2.11 ERA. That is top 20 in all of Major League Baseball. Opposing slash line against Peterson at home in the first 5 innings of games, 205, 271, 277, 548 OPS. It's a Bravos team that's really struggling for runs since Acuna went back down. They leave a ton of runners on base. They're not good situational hitters, and Peterson's the kind of lefty who can give them fits. I do think the Mets keep clubbing Carrasco around like again, 13 runs last night. I do think that's a little contagious. I love Beltway Ben's polar bear play there. And again, do I think the Mets are up by 2 runs after 5? Probably, but we're going to play it this way. 4th and long. Don't believe your lying eyes. Pretty soon we're going to have new graphics and a lot of stuff around here that makes us a little bit more malleable, a little bit more ability to adjust on the fly. But it is 4th and short, a quick hitter to get you paid quickly. Ben's hit last night. Mine almost did. Where are we going, Ben?
Yeah, we're going to go with the Nerfy here. Miami Marlins and the Cleveland Guardians.
I almost played
148.
I
had to. It was minus, when you look at what it is, and it's actually minus 135. So the minus 148, you can scratch out, you can get it minus 135. Gavin Williams, 11 of his last 12 outings, he's had an Nerfy.
Yeah.
And that's really what scares me. Like the Guardians lineup, again, I know they're playing good baseball and everything's going well. Perez, 4 of his last 5, 2 of those were on the road. He's cashed an Nerfy. And even in later in games, we know his walks tick up and he's been struggling a little bit, not in the first inning. So just with the way both these teams are and how good Gavin Williams is, because that's what scares me. The top of the first scares me a little bit more than the bottom of the inning. So I do think Gavin Williams can limit that Marlins lineup. And then, of course, Perez goes out there and gives us 3 outs. I like this at minus 135, not the minus 148.
Yeah, that I almost parlayed that. Almost took it straight up. Almost parlayed it with what I took. I decided to go a little different route here, and it is dangerous because my Brew Crew scoring seemingly every inning. But I'm going to go Nerfy here, Pirates and Brewers. Mitch Keller's legit. Mitch Keller's legit in the first inning. Mitch Keller's been pretty good against the Brewers. Mitch Keller in the first inning, 2.63 ERA, 2.28 batting average against. Now, again, Milwaukee's scoring in every inning. Like, Milwaukee's had a Yurfie in 9 of their last 11 games. Like, that's pretty ridiculous. But they were a nerfy team most of the year. And I do think there's going to be some regression there. And they're also facing a quality starter. And like last night, everything they touched. I mean, it's been a magic carpet ride. And I'm still on the Brewers, and we'll get to that in a second. But can Keller hold them down for an inning? I think he can. And on the year, the Brewers are 38-23 to the nerfy, even despite this recent Yurfie streak, at home. That's second best in the league. The Pirates, top of their lineup stinks. Their whole lineup stinks. The Tigers are the Pirates are 70-51 to the nerfy for the season, 33-25 on the road. And Woodruff's on the mound for the Brewers, and he's come back and been a Cy Young type guy since he came back. So I do think there's runs to be had here, but I'm on that nerfy. And while I mention it, I do really like a MLB money line parlay. Royals to win, Brewers to win, Padres with Pivetta on the mound to win, plus 295. Overtime,
Yeah,
oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, like, I was looking at it earlier, plus 108. Each of the three guys I listed before, Pete Alonso, Vinny Pasquantino, and Will Smith, 1+ hit run RBI. All you need is one out of those three guys. You can get a plus 108. That is a MLB parlay I like.
Nice. Overtime, it is time to talk some NFL. Preseason games start Friday. We will have every day there's a preseason window. Brendan and I will have at least one play that we're on that we really love. We're not going to give you 5 or 6 because that would be stupid. There's plenty of other people who get paid by sports books to lose you money with bullshit parlays and stupid ass plays on games that they have no idea about. We're the opposite here. Our whole goal is to make you money. We don't get any money from the sports books. We're here for you, for reals. So Beltway Ben, with that in mind, overtime with the NFL, what stood out to you?
Yeah, I want to start this by saying, like, I might be, I don't know if I'm lost or what, but when I look at this game, like, I don't see how it's a high-scoring game. Russell Wilson is going to be the quarterback for the Giants. Like, that should immediately take the long plays and everything out of that for them. They don't have an explosive run game. It's going to be a lot of run, pass. They're going to be running a lot of clock trying to control the game. Then you look at the Washington Commanders. They went on an awesome run last year. Everything was incredible. But their offensive line's banged up, and they bring in Debo. Like, that's the big thing. And Terry, I saw the clip. He said he wants to play. You could read his lips talking to the GM. I'm not sure what's going on there. But even when he comes back, is he going to be perfect by week 1? He's still in the
Probably
PFP list,
not.
I know. Yeah, like, I'm not fully buying that. And you talk about a bad Commanders offensive line against a Giants front that's going to cause havoc and should keep them in some games all season. Like 45.5, I just felt like that was way too high for me to pass on. I'm looking through a lot of games. I'm looking through things. And every time I'm scoping down, I kept looking at that one. Like, division game, week 1, offenses are always slow in week 1. To me, it's too good to pass on at this high of a number for a Giants offense that they are definitely not going to hold up. Like, 20, what do we need? 21, 23 points for them. I'm big on this under here with this Giants offense.
I'm right there with you. I'm bullish on the Giants defense. Have a piece on the Giants defense coming out soon in the columns I write for the Washington Post on the NFL. I think the New York Giants are going to have a top 5 D-line in football in terms of blue chip quality and also depth and interchangeability. Can they get Deonte Banks back to being even a capable NFL defensive back? Like, if they can, I like their offseason additions to the back end. The back end might be able to be even slightly below average, which would be a major step up. But the first 2 units of that defense, I think, are going to be a real pain in the ass. And I think the Commanders are going to have to play that game. Keep it simple, stupid. Keep Jaden Daniels upright. Run the ball. Play field position. You know Russell Wilson can't lead a scoring drive over 50 yards. Make them play deep. Make them kick field goals. Like, that game to me, like, that game could be like 17-7. Like, I think that game could be real under. And when we get closer to week 1 and we can start to break those games down in more markets, I'd be shocked if I'm not on the first half under in that game. I'd be shocked if I'm not on the first half under in that game. I have a week 1 play that I've made in the last 24 hours that I don't think is going to be there that much longer. That did stand out to me. Give me the Tampa Bay Bucks on the money line, minus 120 to beat Atlanta. Like, Tampa Bay's the class of that division. Tampa Bay is as healthy as they've been in a long time. It's Penix's first opening day start, his first home opening day start. You know, another, you know, I like Raheem Morris a lot. I'm not sure Raheem Morris is the head coach. I think if Raheem Morris was Atlanta's defensive coordinator, I'd feel better about their whole football team. I just don't buy the Falcons here. If it's a low-scoring game, Tampa's going to win it. They've got the better defense and special teams. If it's a high-scoring game, Tampa's got the guy who threw the most touchdown passes in the NFC. Tampa's got – I know everybody wants to tell me about how good Atlanta's Drake, all these guys could be. You know, London and Pitts. Well, I know what Tampa's offense looks like right now. I think Tampa wins a high-scoring game. Tampa's had their number a little bit. I just think, like, Tampa's not scared to go to Atlanta. Nobody's scared to go to Atlanta and win. This is just one more game that stood out to me. Like, I need to jump it now. Like that Eagles game I gave you yesterday. I can't fathom that this isn't minus 150 or minus 160 when we get to week 1. So that's our show. Beltway Ben, again, let the people know how we did last night. The record at the bottom is since we launched this show May 21st with our friend Katie Mox, was our special guest on that show. And let us know on Twitter. You guys want us to get back to having guests more regularly? We can. I mean, Beltway Ben and I are on such a heater right now. I really don't want to F it up. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's what we did last night. I did miss a Nerfy last night. Look, and we've got other bets that are cashing in other markets that we just don't get to on the show. We have a super Discord with our buddy Eric Casillas. You can go to the link in my Twitter feed, the link tree in my bio, or Ben's bio, or Casillas' bio, and find out how to sign up for the super Discord. We went 1-1 in Champions League yesterday in super Discord. Unfortunately, the Malmo bet I gave out here crashed miserably. But, you know, Victoria Pilsen and Rangers, both teams to score cashed in the first 59 minutes. So we've got other winning plays in other markets there as well. When we make a bet in real life, we immediately put it in the super Discord. We thank you guys for joining us as always. We will be back tomorrow. Again, I'm looking at some CFL. We're one day closer to NFL preseason starting again. MLS over the weekend and Liga MX. I'm looking at some matches. We'll have MLB. We'll have NFL. And we want to keep cashing for you. Thank you for wanting to bet with us.